Hi guys, Dave here. I thought I'd start to document this little process or project that I'm undertaking. It's, I call it Get Old Shit Boat Back on the Water, or also known as Make Boat Great Again. It's my mate's boat, who's, I'll show it to you here. It's an old Stessel. It's a tinny, decent size. It's quite old now, but it's got, it's in pretty good nick. It's been sitting in his driveway for 15 years. I remember the last time we used it in Maringala and something went wrong with the motor and he never got it fixed. So it just started growing organically, and there was a whole ecosystem of plants and animals that used to live in here. But when I've had a good look at it from underneath, from what I can tell, I still haven't filled it up with water and see if there's any little pinholes or anything. But from what I can see from close examination, it looks pretty tidy and doesn't look like any major damage in there. The other good thing is it's got this Johnson 50, which is getting on a bit now, but it's a bloody good motor and used to hammer with this lightweight boat. This thing goes. So it's been down, the whole boat's been down with John at Tukarook Auto Marine Mechanics, and he spent a fair bit of time and effort just making it mechanically sound. So the motor's been running and all the gears, not the gears, but the reverse and forward work, and he's redone all the proper bit, and make sure the steering's working forward and backwards. It's about as much as you can really do in the trailer maintenance, you know, the bearings and new jockey wheel and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna talk you through my plan, and please feel free to tell me if it's a good or bad ideas. This is pretty new, doing this stuff to me, to this sort of machine. So yeah, the idea is I was just going to roughly sand this back. You can tell, see the paint, it's pretty, you know, it needs a bit of work, but I just started sanding it back here and there just to see how easily it comes off. And it comes off pretty easily. There's a lot of these holes here and there, so I'm just going to put aluminium pop rivets in it, or should I just use some body filler like carbog? Let me know if that's a good idea or not. And then just sort of sand it back and try to get it as smooth as possible. It's going to go for a colour paint scheme of having the whole side black, or having the front bit white and then having it black, like at an angle that follows this screen a bit, you know, and the shape of the boat. Might look pretty cool. Yeah, all this blue's gone. I'm going to make this all white. And I'm going to try to use carpet as much as I can. Just look at these new tiny boat mods and stuff like that, and they look really cool in my opinion when you've got carpet all over the place. So these uprights, I'll paint white, they'll be exposed. I couldn't get those rod holders off, so they're staying. I tried a couple of them and they're just like rusted welded on, and they still work all right, so I'm just going to keep them. So carpet. I'm going to put a big flat base, as you'd expect. A little step down there. Any sort of areas I can't get to, I'm just going to smash with a bit of matte black paint or carpet. A couple of seats. I did have a plan of sort of maybe, one annoying thing about this boat is that the central part of the windscreen is missing. So mate got annoyed with it one day and threw it overboard and never came back, but he did replace the whole windscreen. But I don't really want to mess with this because this is just, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it on and off, I know. So the idea is I was going to actually carpet on this, because this just gets smashed with the motor, but the anchor coming in and out. So I was going to carpet all this, put a windlass in the front here, so that the anchor will just go into here and not do this sort of damage where someone's pulling over the front of the boat and just tear it up. So there's no point in painting this if we don't do that. Again, if you see any errors I'm making, just let me know in the comments below once I post this. I'm just trying to keep this as simple as I can. just as his first one. A couple of questions. I noticed on the Tiny Boat Nation, they're putting foam everywhere. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. I've heard of people putting drink bottles and stuff like that in there just for buoyancy. I do like the idea of some of these as storage spaces too, for especially like this one. This is a big one. Maybe just have a flip open and close, or for whatever, life jackets and this and that. Maybe do every second one with a flip lid or something, with just a piano hinge. I was going to have I would like the floor from here, like this is a seat, but just have the same height coming all the way to the back, and so that you can stand on this. So I'm going to have to do a bit of framework in here to sort of, you know, make sure that that's solid and you can stand on it without too much drama. And then maybe some sort of hatches here, like I'm thinking maybe a piano hatch that probably have to flip that way, so this lifts up this way. Otherwise it's going to bang into that. Yeah, and then just matte black around the back. It's a nasty area, it never looks clean. And probably keep the back of it white. This paint's in pretty good nick as it is. Yeah, anyway, here we go.